We never truly know what tomorrow brings. For some, tomorrow is a dream of better days. For Zama, tomorrow was a luxury she could not afford. Only surviving today mattered. In the dusty township of Gugulethu, among shacks packed together with rusty tin and wood, lived 12-year-old Zama and her three siblings, orphans of circumstances, children of resilience. Zama was the oldest, and so the burden of survival fell on her shoulders. At an age where most children dream of school and play, Zama became both mother and father. She washed, cooked, and made sure her siblings went to school. For herself, she let go of dreams long ago. She was no star in the classroom, no matter how hard she tried. Books and numbers slipped away from her, but where her hands failed, her voice soared. She could sing. Oh, she could sing like the heavens themselves, bent low to listen. Every day, she stood in the taxi ranks, singing her lungs out for coins. On good days, her siblings ate. On bad days, they went to bed with nothing but the sound of her voice to comfort them. And when the rain fell, she sat in silence, staring at the leaking roofs, wondering how she could keep them alive another day. Zama carried her sadness like a heavy blanket. She hardly smiled. Her dimples, a secret even her siblings rarely saw. Among the children, they were Saya, only 9 years old, but with a gift as rare as Zama's. His hands could draw the world. With a piece of charcoal and scraps of paper, he sketched portraits so lifelike you almost felt they could speak. Zama saw his gift. She dug through gallery dumpsters for discarded canvases, bought broken crayons from second-hand shops and placed them in Sia's eager hands. If she could not dream for herself, she would dream through him. One evening, Sia handed Zama a portrait. It was her, singing at the taxi rank, head lifted, eyes closed, radiant. For the first time in months, Zama smiled, her dimples deep as tears ran down her cheeks. Sia replied, "One day, the world will see you like this." Fate stepped in when a local community organizer heard Zama's voice at the taxi rank. He approached her, his face lit with awe. "You must come sing at our youth talent show," he said. But Adaeze shook her head. She lived in the present, today's hunger, today's need. Tomorrow was for dreamers. It was Sia who convinced her, "If you sing, I will make people see you before they even hear you. Let me draw your poster." The night of the show came. Zama stood trembling before the curtain, barefoot, in a simple dress patched by her own hands. The crowd was restless, whispering, doubting the poor girl from the shacks. She opened her mouth, and the room fell into silence. Her voice rose, wavering, sorrow and pain, hope and love, a voice that carried the story of every child who had suffered, every soul who had endured. Meanwhile, Sia's drawing of Zama's passed through the crowd, her face on paper, her story in a song. The people saw her. They truly saw her. When she finished, the applause shook the room. That night, doors opened. The organizer connected Zama to a youth music program. An art teacher offered to mentor Sia. For the first time, tomorrow was not a burden, but a promise. In their shock, in Gugulethu, laughter returned. The little sisters danced to Zama's singing. Sia sketched under bright light, and her daisies dimples shone with every smile. They had survived the storm. Together, they were building a new tomorrow. Tomorrow may not be promised, but for Zama and her siblings, tomorrow was finally worth dreaming of. From the dusty streets of Gugulethu, a song was born. A song of struggle, a song of hope, a song of tomorrow.